I actually forgot to record the session, so I had some archive
Oh,
videos of that particular session I sent you. Okay.
oh,
Okay.
okay, okay.
Yeah.
That'll be helpful.
I mean, I just maintain the context on every, I mean, on which session one topic to what topic to cover. So
Mm-hmm.
from other sessions, I have the archive video of that topic. So I sent you. I hope it
Hmm.
would be helpful for
Yeah.
you. Okay.
Sounds
I
good.
hope so too. Thank you.
Sure. So we have so far done with two dashboards with line chart, pie chart, and bubble chart, word cloud, and here's a mapping chart with with icons, and this is a complete different map chart with it's a kind of
Hmm.
field map chart. Okay, so this is the map chart with shapes, or this is pretty much looking good as compared to other charts, right? I mean, it's more understandable.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Let me just quickly build this queue in a single dashboard. Yeah. So the here we have the tiled layout. Okay. Normally we use tiled layout because it is helpful for it would easier for us to uh, drag and drop and maintain the shapes. But I can also have a floating layout. So the difference between floating layout and the tiled layout is whatever the selection I'm doing. I mean, this is a filter. Let me just remove it. This one. This one is a filter. Uh, it's a caption actually. I can also just click on it to have like a filter. I can also change this property to have like a filter. So I'm getting here as a list of countries. Based on that, I can go for the selection. This is one of the dashboard. Uh, I mean this KPI or this chart is related with this filter because the attribute comes from the table of this particular chart. Okay. In fact, this chart is also belongs to the same table. So what I can do is, if you want, this particular filter will work for the entire dashboard. I mean, when you are selecting this, you're getting the changes in the main in this particular KPI, right? This particular chart. Whereas there is no such impact on the below one. But if you want to have an impact on the below chart also, just go to this particular filter, which is which has a tiled which has a tight relationship with this particular chart, you can make it a global filter just by making this is down arrow, apply to worksheet, and then data source. Okay, so what I did is, if you'll just filter it here, you'll get the options in both the charts. You'll get the updates in both the charts. Am I make sense?
Yes.
Yes.
So just make a practice that, and provided here, uh, the main concern is you have to think that this both of this KPI should be belongs to one data set or one data model. To what we're talking as data set is this one. This particular is a data set. This is one data set. This is one data set. There is no direct relationship between order data model to asset data model. This is completely a separate database or data set. This is also completely a separate data set. But our but in this data set we have three tables. Those have the relations between each other. So if you want to show this particular uh, order details based on the customer which is belongs to another table, that is possible. That's quite possible. So likewise, we have our mapping databases country population table. This is what table? This filter is based on this particular chart, whereas this is acting upon the another chart as well. See? Okay. So this option is called quick filter. This is applicable to both of these charts. Yeah. I know this is called quick filter. Quick. Okay. Just close this. If you want to add a quick filter, just click on this particular chart, else here just go to analysis, quick filter. Okay, I repeat, select any chart, this one, go to analysis, quick filter. Are this as these two charts are belongs to a same table, you're getting country in both the tables. Okay, in both the charts, here and here also. Country. Okay. Yeah, this working for both the charts, this filter. Okay, now these two are in a tiled layout. Tiled means it should be aligned one after another. No charts will be overlap on any other charts. Okay, that is what we call a tiled layout. But sometimes we also need a floating layout. Floating means one charts or one object may be aligned on another object over another object. So here I want this legend and this legends to be overlap on the particular objects from where it is belongs. So this particular object, this particular legend, which is understandable by you based on the volume of the data, you can do one thing, just click on this and make it floating. So if it's floating, now it can just act like a pop-up, or it can, it can act like this, it's just flying on air. You can keep it anywhere. So let's keep it here, it will look better, otherwise these areas are looking blank. Why it is blank here? Because the proportion or the ratio, aspect ratio of the world map cannot be spreaded over the screen. It would be either a rectangle with some relatively 60 or 40, 60 to 40% of your ratio, but here the height is little less and width is so high, that's why the map is not spreading over the screen. Okay, I can have some more KPIs, maybe two more KPIs here. Okay, let me do this chart is a floating, so this would be kept here. So in the population density, higher the population density is, the darker is the color, and lower is the light. Okay, now I doesn't require this chart to be there in the uh, you know the list, so that I can hide it, and anytime I can unhide and I can go to the sheet. If you want to go to the sheet to change anything, it doesn't require to unhide those charts. In fact, those chart can be viewable from this list from a particular dashboard, or even you can go to the dashboard and on the right corner of the particular object there's an option called go to sheet. Click here, you can directly come to the object property. So if you want to do any changes on the object label, you can do it. Okay, now let me show the next charts are like bar line chart and dual line chart, area charts. So you can see here when you hover the mouse on the specific objects, it shows that what type of dimension and what type of measure it's required to draw this chart. When I hover the mouse on a line chart, it shows there should be one data attribute and one expression or measure. Dimension is doesn't required because here the data attribute would be act as a dimension. There should be one data attribute. So line is normally, and here and when you are going for a designer, I mean when you are doing a dashboard design, you have to think on the design perspective also. While you are selecting a KPI, then you have to decide that if there would be a chart to be drawn based on the dates, so production trends, which is from 2015 to 2016. So that should be based on the months or dates or weeks or quarters or years, like that. So these are all part of your data attributes, right? So that should be, in that case you should choose a line chart or a area chart. Okay, these are like, for discrete line chart, these are dual line charts. I'll show you one by one. And here we have the combo chart. Okay, so let me add a data attribute here. I have an order table here. From the order table I do have I think order date. Yeah, order date is by default, I mean automatically comes to the measure, which should not be actually. It's a data attribute, so it has to be there on the dimension, right? So sometimes what happens, so when you're creating a data model, uh, but it's automatically consider the numeric data to the measure and the string type of data to the dimension. And when you load the data from Excel, the date attribute in the Excel should be, it's not distinctly mentioned as a date attribute. It is by default taken as a integer. So that's why it is automatically pulled to the measure side. So what I can do is I can easily convert the measure to dimension and dimension to measure at any point of time. Okay. So this is a delivery order date. What I can do is I can convert to dimension. Now it is just came here. Now you see here it's showing the attribute data type is an integer. If you double click on this, it's showing the attributes are in form of integers, which actually should not be. It should be a date. So that what I can do, actually the data is in date, but in the Excel the format has been changed, so that's why it's stored in form of integer. Okay, so I can also convert the data type, change data type. I changed the data type to date. So I got so list of date from 2012 to 2013. Okay, these are the dates of the order. I mean when the order is taken place. Okay, and from the date it is very easier to get the month and year and quarter as well. Okay, you can simply select here the date as month. Select this, on the down arrow, and month. So now the dates are shown in form of months and quarter as well. First, second, third, fourth quarter of year 2012 and 13. Okay, you can also get the year from the date. I've got 2 years, 2012 and 13. Simply you can have the month without having the years. So it is January to December. So it's pretty easy, but if you go for ClickView in this scenario, you need to write the codes while in the data model to extract the month, year, quarter and all from a date. See, in Tableau there is no such interventions of the coding. Everything is on the console base. You need to know the coding as a basis, but it's too easier to do the practice in the console base. Okay, so I have got a list of months, and here in the order data, order table, order detail, I would show the value arrow, which will show you the profits. Yeah, in fact the data is there till August. I mean from December, September to December. Months are there, but uh, any order is not taken place. There's no such order value here. Anyway, this months can be there. We should show the 0 on this. Now once I got a data attribute here, January to December, yeah, it would be null or it should be shown as 0. And if you do not want to show these values also, you can filter it out so that the 0 value or null value should be eliminated from the chart. That's up to you. If you want to show it, you can show it, or if you want to remove, that's also pretty easy to remove it. All right. Uh, I've got a list of months, so let us do in this way. The months are is a homogeneous mixture of the year 2012 and 13. So what I can do is month of January to September, and years are also there. Or maybe let's do like this. Okay. Now see, this chart is by default enabled for it because the property is satisfied with the cases which it's used. One date attribute and one measure. Now select it. Four null values. As you said, as you was asking like how to represent the null values. Here I have the months in term of January to August, and there are four null values. If you have to show the null values as well, click on it, filter data. Oh, not like this. Click on it. Yeah. So this is showing the null values. So these are in form of months. Okay. This is one type of chart, and let me add productions for this particular months. Here in these months, there is no such production value. Month are like this, and by default in the left side, the thousand, uh, the attributes or the data are in thousands are showing in K. You can also change it to any other format. Right click on this format. Okay, I repeat, by default, the if the value is exceeds more than thousands, it's taken this format 0k to 25k and so on. So if you want to show it in thousands also, 15,000, 20,000 like that format, come to here default, and number should be like this. Okay, you can do it number customs with the decimal places. You can see the standard numbers like this. Currency you can also show in dollars. Okay, that's what all is possible. If you want to show the custom numbers with no decimal points, you can also do it like that. An axis. This is all about the pen values, like what format should be on the pen. This is, and then in the axis you can show the number as like this. Okay, this is formatting of your axis and formatting of your data. So don't go for decimal points in the charts, otherwise your values will be so long to capture inside the chart. So it's looking like, these two attributes will not be shown to any user at the runtime. These two, all those things, only this thing will be shown. So you have the thousand list and you have the month list, where it's showing the month of delivery or a date is August. It's not looking logical, it's not looking more functional, it looks pretty technical. And net amount is also 5889.37. So how to change all those things? Let's go to tooltip, select month, simple, and say profit. Okay, like this. Okay, so this is all about a line chart. You can also change the parameter here, month of delivery order date, which is showing in the x-axis. Just change the edit axis. In the edit axis, just go to title, change it here. These are all the mandatory things you have to change accordingly when you do the development. Okay, so net amount is showing in profit and this is showing month. That's perfect. Now, so colors you can change to any color. You can give it red, blue, like that. More colors, add some vibrant color. Looks nice now. Size, if you want to make it thicker or thinner, that's also possible. Hmm. Okay, now this is a line chart.
Amit, I have a one question here.
Sure, please.
What is the path, in the marks?
Path is shows the trend line, but it is not. I mean, path shows the trend line here. I mean the average. Okay, but this is. I think it's need the another expression. I'll confirm it. Huh? I'll confirm it.
Sure, sure. Thanks.
Okay, it's month-wise profit. Now let me duplicate this sheet. Based on the line C, on this particular line chart, how many charts I'm generating? Looks like this very, confined number of charts, but you can create as many number of charts here based on the properties. Okay, I've got one chart here. This is showing the net amount. I'm going to have multi-dimensional charts. Now quantity. I've added the quantity here. Okay. Again, this quantity has to be changed to format. Pen style should be standard. Okay. I can change the edit axis. Quantity. And this is month. This is this. Okay. I can make it the quantity. I can change the color as say red. Say green. And this is red. Okay. This is purple and this is red. This is quantity versus profit for a particular month. Okay. So this we got a multi-dimensional chart. Quantity versus profit. Now on this chart also, this first chart, second chart with a different property, the third chart would be dual axis chart. Okay, so I've got this month which is a dimension. I have more than one measure. One is quantity and one is profit, which is the second chart is also there. What I can do is I can right click on this. To change this orientation, I have another property called dual axis. Okay, I'm coming again. This particular chart can be dual axis. So dual axis is you have one x-axis here for this particular profit chart, and this quantity should not be tiled like this. It should be come to right side. That means you should have x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. Okay. So y and z would be your major axis, while x-axis will be your dimension. And the only thing is, if there will be more than one measure, you can create a dual axis. On a single measure, you cannot perform dual axis. And one more thing, you should have even number of measures. Say I have two measures, so that I can make a dual axis of these two measures. If I have four measures, I cannot make it four time axis. Okay, I have to make the dual axis of these two attributes and dual axis of another two attributes, so that I would have two dual axis charts. So Tableau is all about creating complex charts with a very small time investment. Okay, so our intention is to create beautiful and complex charts. Okay, so that it will create a wow effects. Okay, now make it dual axis. See, here I've got quantity versus price. Here it's a profit. Now it's showing the net amount is in profit. So let's change the color here. I'll change the color red as a net amount, while quantity as, say, this. Okay, this has got quantity, which is yeah, it's profit. Oh, I don't have the quantity here, so I have to add the quantity also in the tooltip. Okay, quantity is, how do I add it? I told you yesterday how to add a dynamic field here. I can go to insert, then place sum of quantity. Okay,
Yes.
yeah, which is by default is not added to the chart. I can also add it explicitly. So what I can do is, why don't I change the same color, this to same color, say, okay, this one. Okay, I'll give this month, and there I'll apply this line. Maybe it will look a little better. Profit and quantity. I'll see the quantity as a different colors. Okay, now it will look good. Here is showing only profit. Yeah, here is showing the quantity. So what I can do is, I can simply copy this, and in the net amount in the tooltip, and in the quantity in the tooltip, I can place it here. Okay, yeah, fine. So in the property versus quantity. Okay, so it's dual axis chart. Here it is, multi measures. We have multiple measures, or you can say the cascading charts. Okay. Okay. From this, so we covered this chart this chart and this chart. This one row is complete. So this is a line chart. This is line discrete, or we can say cascade chart, or some people call it as a multi-measure. Okay, and this is dual axis. Okay, so you can give this
Yeah.
orientation of this chart like this. Now it is looking like this. Okay, as per the icon. Got it? You have multiple charts. So
Yes.
you can have multiple measures so that it will look more beautiful. If you would have more measures, say I will add some more measures. Return quantity. Okay, I've got a return quantity which is showing a single line. It's not looking good. No, it's not going to be there. Average cost. Okay, this is good. Value arrow. This is also okay. There are four numbers. Here we have also four numbers. I've got quantity versus profit versus average cost versus value arrow. This is one of the another attribute which is the order value actually. Okay, I can just change um, this as numbers. I can also change this as, oh sorry, I was not intended to do make it as dual axis. Standard. Okay, now what I can do is I can change the color of the average cost as green, and this should be in some other color. Okay, now I've got four axes with four colors. Okay, now this is one type of chart. Make it duplicate. QTY versus T versus average cost versus order value. Okay, my intention is to create more complex charts. Average cost is okay, profit is okay. Okay, single axis quantity versus profit. Okay, this is one, and you have got this chart which should be a dual axis here. You can select this, and these two attributes should be dual axis, and these two attributes should be dual axis. You cannot club these four charts. Okay, you have to club two by two. This versus this. Now you once you change the dual axis, just see the sign, just see the expression style. It is, looks like a capsule. Okay, two capsule is merge of, and now it's looking better. You can even do like this. Okay, I got I'm getting slowly I'm getting charts with the multiple axes and all. This is dual axis is more complex dual axis. This is single line. It's complex single line chart. Okay, got it. So this line chart concept is covered. Okay, the same thing can be done on area chart, because area chart is just a field map of your area chart. I mean, line. Okay. Then the second line chart should be area chart. What I can do is here just copy this, duplicate sheet. I'll change some attribute here. Let us do in a different way. Say uh, date should not be a month, should be a quarter. Oh, this is so linear data. Month is like this. Weeks. Okay, that's fine. We have got a weeks. Okay. Week wise revenue, weekly revenue or revenue. Now what I can do is I'll just select this chart and I'm getting this color. Uh, Change the color with some better. Okay. Now why it is not showing the exact color what I have applied here is due to the transparency. Here we have the transparency was 0. You can also make this chart, area chart, little bit transparent. Okay. So my color was exactly like this, so let it be. Okay. You can even make it transparent up to some extent. Okay. This is one type of chart. Maybe I need a little dark color. Okay. This area chart based on weeks. What I can do is I just simply add the net amount of the profit to the label. That's fine, looking nice. Okay, let's just use these charts with a dashboard so that it will not create use garbage, use list of charts. So I'm just quickly going to add this profit analysis. So this is a pretty simple chart here. Then I'll add the lines to it. And then I can have the second one is this, simple drag it, and the fourth one should be here. Okay, now what I can do is I can make it automatic so that it will take a good save, and the quantity which is showing here, it's just taking a garbage space. What I can do is I can have multiple captions, and that caption should be placed on the chart itself. So how to place this caption on the chart? Say net amount versus quantity. This one is the particular this chart's legend. Okay. So how to place keep this legend to here?
Floating.
Floating. Great. Make it floating. Okay. Now this chart caption come to here. This space is used now. Okay. Good. So now what I'm selecting quantity, this chart is not getting highlighted. This chart is not getting filtered. I can even apply filter. Yeah, Sad, floating is just a kind of, as the name is self-explanatory, you're floating on water, you're floating on something like it should be overlapping an object based on another object on top of another object. Actually, earlier it was a tile, so it was tightly keeping, it was constantly keeping its own shape. Okay, I don't want to give this on a own shape so that it is occupying the huge space in the dashboard. I don't have sufficient space in the dashboard. I need to add a lot of KPIs also. So I can float it and I can place it on the chart from where it is belongs. Oh, where it is showing these order values.
On same time, you can increase or decrease the sizes too.
Exactly. All of our chart looking good now. Mm, okay. Now it's not highlighting based on the color selections. I can also make it highlights or I can also make it filtered. This chart will be filtered based on the legends. So how to make it filter? Go to down arrow, select highlight selected items. Now it would filter. Click on it. Correct? Though this chart is it's showing the profit, right? Net amount is getting filtered here. Its quantity is also getting filtered from the other chart. Got it? What?
Amit,
Yeah.
remember my question? I asked you about this like a four charts, month-wide profit, quantity versus profit, quantity was average, cost was order value, right?
Right.
So when you put the highlighted filter here for the net amount and the quantity,
Mm-hmm.
so when you select quantity here, so quantity versus profit was gray out, selected, and quantity was profit was average cost versus order value, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can connect. Remember about the filter. So we can use the quantity versus profit. The line chart here. For the profit, and also we can connect this one too, right? With the month-wise profit. Depends on the scenario, right?
Yes, we can do it. We can also do it.
Okay. So
Uh, it must be filters. But why it is not filtering? Excuse me. If it will not filter also, you can apply, just go to worksheet, action, apply a filter which will filter every attribute of a dashboard based on every another attribute. Okay. So I'll tell you it for the filter session. Okay. So maybe it will create a confusion, otherwise it will create a confusion right now. Okay.
no,
So
that's okay. That's okay. Take it down.
sure. I've just added these four charts to the dashboards. Now it's look complete. What I can do is just uh, hide these sheets. Okay, so that it will not create more junk on the dashboard list. Okay, so excuse me, I've got four tabs here and the area chart, and we'll create the area chart for this another dashboard, weekly revenue, and just duplicating the sheet. Here I'll show the weekly revenue versus profit quantity. Okay, so here's the quantity, edit axis, quantity. So these are showing our list of weeks. So data. Now this is one type of chart. This also look good. I can change the color of it. Single so vibrant. Okay. Let it be. This I got multi community versus uh, profit area. Okay. I cannot repeat another. I cannot give the same name to another object because quantity versus profit chart is already there with us. Quantity versus profit. If I'll assign the chart name as quantity versus profit, it will show you an alert or error that this particular object name is already exist. Okay, so you have to give a unique name. Each object of your dashboard should be unique. Okay, this is simple single dimension. Here I have multiple measures. Let me add duplicate sheet. I'll create another style with dual axis also. Quantity versus yes, so profit dual axis. Oh yeah, it's showing a sheet named this is already exist. So area dual axis. Okay, you have to name accordingly while you are doing a live dashboard. So you can even make it a dual axis chart like this. Just go and select dual axis. Okay, so I've got two colors here. So it would be better to make the both colors are transparent. So that's why the transparency property is there. Let's make it 60%. Get it? Uh, no, both the charts is being colored like that. So what I can do is I can make this chart the quantity as 60%, so that so that yeah, we can make one color transparent. Uh, so this yellow one becomes little transparent. Maybe it's become so more transparent. I can give it in a different color. Excuse me. Okay, I can give this as a little transparent. Okay, 80, and this net amount should be also 80, so that both should have the okay. Now these two are transparent. Now you can also see the below one and the upper one. Okay. Okay, you can also add some more charts here. Likewise, we added for the average cost this and is another amount. Okay, some extra rate, extra charge. Edit axis is extra charge. extra cost. Okay, average cost is this and extra cost is this. Okay, so extra cost can be changed to a different color. Mhm. And then average cost can be changed to a different color. Okay, so I got a good chart. First one is this, second is this, third is this. I can even make it like this so that it will be look like. Okay, and another chart is combo chart. Combo chart is a combination of multiple charts, and this is dual axis chart here. I can even make this as a dual axis duplicate versus mm, versus extra, average versus extra. Okay, this 4 chart has to have the dual axis feature, this two and this two. Okay, I can make all as a little transparent yeah. So now it's looking somewhat good. Okay,
Amit,
yeah,
is me only, or I just see, can you go back to the sheet? You just, build the sheet.
this one and this one.
Yes, this one, yes. So I see the double numbers here is me, or we just having,
Yeah,
two different charts.
it's double number just because of these two different charts, because here is the quantity, it's showing the quantity here,
Mm-hmm.
and here is showing the profit. So in this particular chart here we have the profit and quantity uh, in both the sections.
Okay.
Okay, here this node is for the quantity, whereas this is for the profit, and
Mm-hmm.
this node,
Yeah.
this little node for the quantity, and this is for the profit. So as it is squeezed, so it looks like double numbers, right? But in fact it is, it looks like four times, uh, but these are two numbers, profit and quantity. Okay, let me quickly create the
I understand.
dashboard and consume all these charts. How easy it is! In a one day you can create 10 dashboards in Tableau.
That's awesome.
Right. I can make it floating. This chart has to be there, and highlighted features. Okay, and make it automatic. Great. So I've got many. This has to be hidden. This has to be hidden. Revenue analysis. So how many dashboards so far we got? This is asset overview, order tracking dashboards. All are looking beautiful. This is for a line. See, or single line chart, how many charts I could generate. Okay, and for the area, we could generate this 4 area charts with the different styles. Okay, you can also apply your own
Awesome.
creativity and make it more beautiful and more complex charts. The more you have the data, you can generate more complex charts. Okay, that's all for today, guys. We'll meet tomorrow.
But remember, you will be showing me later on about for adding in the tool tips.
Okay, yeah. I'll show you. You
Okay.
can also ping me, or maybe in the tomorrow sessions. If you are also
Mm-hmm.
if it's urgent, also you can call me anytime. I can show
Sure.
you. Okay.
I call you tomorrow. Okay.
Okay, sure. Bye. Thank you.
Okay.
All
And
right, Amit.
also, he sent you the money, and I think he emailed you too. So when you receive, just let me or Sad knows, so we'll be okay.
Oh, okay. Shad, did you send me a mail?
When you're there.
Shad?
Yeah, I sent you an email right around the beginning of class.
Okay. Maybe I'll expect to get it tomorrow, right?
Yeah, they said by the 12th you should have it, so assume by tomorrow morning or whenever the bank opens tomorrow.
Okay.
I think today is the 12th for you, right?
Today is no. That's Tuesday for me. It's not off. Anyway, let me see.
No.
How long
I
it's.
mean, today is the 12th for you. I mean, today is January 12th in India, correct?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah. So you should be receiving it today then.
Okay then. Fine. Thank you. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Just text us or says inform us. Okay.
Once I receive, I'll confirm you.
Okay. Thanks, Aman.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much,
Bye-bye.
Amit. Take it easy,
Yeah.
buddy.
Thanks.
Sure.
See you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
All right. Thank you very much.